morning, 93rd Street peeps. I'm Lisa from Channel 93.
And I'm Joshua from Channel 93.
October 19, Los Angeles Police Department organized Walk with a Cop to School right here in front of 93rd Street Elementary, home to the greatest and best students and staff in Los Angeles. Today, 93rd Street Elementary hosted the Walk a Cop to School program. Several officers from Los Angeles Police Department walked with 93rd Street students and talked to us about safety tips, informing us how we can get to school safer.
And one of the reasons that we're doing this for several reasons. One, to educate the kids, meaning you guys that are all here, on traffic safety, letting you know what to do when you walk to school, what not to do, things to look out for like cars and looking at lights and crossing in the crosswalks. But also we're educating your parents as well about what to do as far as walking you to school, things to look for.
It was a great community building experience. We look forward to walking with a police officer again really soon. Back to the studio.
Channel 93!
Now we will hear from Mariah to explain our upcoming school election.
Good day, 93rd Street Jaguars. I will explain about the school election November 6th, Thursday, and November 7th, Friday. We will be voting on the school newsletter name. Here are the two names you will vote. Jaguar Journal and 93rd has the word. Thank you very much. Back to you, Joshua.
This year we have many new teachers at 93rd Street Elementary.
Reporters Alessia and Jocelyn interview Ms. Fleming, a second grade teacher.
Good day, 93rd Street students and staffs. Our names are Jocelyn
And Alessia.
reporters from Channel 93. Today we're going to be meeting our second grade teacher, Miss Fleming. We're going to be asking her some questions and she's going to answer. The first one is, why did you choose to become an elementary teacher?
Great question. I chose to become an elementary teacher because I love kids and I love seeing when young students learn something new for the very first time. It's so exciting as a teacher.
Which is your favorite subject to teach?
My favorite subject to teach is science because you can do so many fun experiments and kids can learn all about the world around them, which is so much fun.
What do you love about 93rd Street School, Miss?
That's an easy question. I love the students at 93rd Street School. I'm new here this year and every student from all the grade levels have been so welcoming and kind to me. They say good morning and hi even though they don't know me.
If your class wanted to celebrate your birthday, what would be your favorite gift?
My favorite gift would be a room full of soft, furry puppies. I love dogs. They're my favorite.
Thank you, Miss Fleming. We hope you have a great day with your second graders. Back to Giselle. Channel 93!
As you know, many kids will be receiving candy on October the 31st. Receiving candy is mouth-watery, creative, and just plain old fun.
I can't wait, but we can all use some safety tips. Reporting at Fire Station 164 on Angie and Diana to ask experts how to be safe at trick-or-treating.
Good day, 93. I'm Diana from Channel 93.
And I'm Andrew, reporting to you from Fire Station 64, speaking with
Firefighter Patterson.
Firefighter Patterson.
Kids will be trick-or-treating on October the 31st. What safety tips do you have for the students when they walk to neighborhood houses?
I think it's very important to go in groups, have an adult or an older brother or sister with you. If you have a dark costume, maybe wear a flashlight or have something on you that reflects because it's really important to be seen when it's dark and you guys are outside.
Sadly, we know there are strangers out there who poison candy. What can the fire station do to help kids keep safe?
Well, you guys can bring your candy by here sometimes, but it's important really to work with your parents, okay? So maybe if you guys get a bunch of candy before you dive into it, maybe have your parents look through it. Have stuff that's in a package, okay? So if you get something handmade like a brownie or cookies or an apple, have an adult look at it. But a good safety bet is if it's in a package, it's probably okay, something you can open.
kids trick-or-treat without adults or teenage family members?
For girls your age, I don't think so. I think kids, it's really important to go along with someone older, someone who can look out for you, someone who's watching the streets, looking for cars. You know, people like to do funny things on Halloween, and it's always better to have an adult or at least an older brother or sister who you trust with you.
Finally,
That's your turn.
finally, are there safe businesses or places where the students can trick-or-treat?
You girls and the rest of you students are always welcome here at Fire Station 64. That's usually a safe bet. Sometimes some of the local malls will have trick-or-treating. We can go inside and go store to store. But anytime you're coming to the fire station, you know that we're gonna, and we will have candy here on the 31st. You know that you're gonna get well taken care of.
Well, that was a great deal of safe information. Thank you so much. Back to you, Joshua.
Thank you, Diana and Angie, and the crew, Fire Station 164.
Until next time, please enjoy this montage of Latin America artwork. Thank you for joining at Channel 93.
Channel 93!
Good morning, mighty Jaguars. My name is Lina.
I'm Manuel from Channel 93 News. As many of you know, Donald Trump will be our next president of the USA. We were on the scene speaking with upper graders to hear their views on the election.
Do you think Donald Trump will be a successful president? No.
Yes.
Do you think Trump will deport immigrants back to their country?
For me, I'd say no, because for the people that have bad record are going to go, and for the people that don't have bad record are going to stay.
Do you think Donald Trump is going to be the next best president?
No.
And why?
Because some people say that he is bad. If Donald Trump builds the wall, would he try to stop it?
Yes.
Why?
Because he was built from a family members and people who we love and who we care about.
Is it true that Donald Trump is going to bring Third World War?
Yes.
Why?
Because he wants the African Americans and Mexicans to go back where they came from because he thinks that we're bad people.
Is Donald Trump going to succeed building the wall?
I'm pretty sure not, because he needs a whole bunch of workers to agree with him in building it.
Thank you.
Do you think Donald Trump is going to be a good president for our United States?
No, because in the day when Donald Trump became president, a lot of people are concerned and people might have riots in the future.
We will continue our series on new teacher interviews. Let's meet Ms. Aubrey, one of our new first grade experienced teachers. Good day, 93rd Street students and staffs. Our name is Jenny and Jennifer. Here with one of our first grade teachers, Ms. Aubrey. We're going to be asking her some questions and she's going to be answering it. The first one is, how long do you study college to become a teacher?
Well, I went to Cal State Northridge and got my Bachelor of Arts there, and then I went on another 2 more years to get my credential to be a teacher.
Do you own any pets?
Not right now, but I had dogs when I was growing up, when I was your age. I love dogs.
The last but not least, what do you like about 93rd Street Elementary School?
This is a great school full of loving children. Teaching first grade has been a pleasure also because it's where they're first learning everything, how to read and write, and everyone here is so wonderful. They love learning.
Thank you, Ms. Aubrey, and I hope you have a great year with your first grade class. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Ms. Aubrey, for the fantastic interview. Now we have learned that there is a Santa Claus controversy. For more on the story, we will listen to our news reporters.
My name is Esmeralda Lopez. Today we're going to give you the different opinions about whether children should believe in Santa Claus or not.
First, our reporters Oscar and Suyin will give us reasons why children should or should not believe in Santa Claus.
First, children should believe in Santa Claus because Santa encourages children to use their imagination. Imagination is important for children so they can generate new ideas as they grow up. Lastly, children should believe in Santa Claus because they will behave better knowing that Santa has a naughty and nice list.
First, children should not believe in Santa Claus because it encourages children to only behave well to get presents. Lastly, believing in Santa Claus does not really help children to think about family relationships. Instead, they only think about receiving gifts.
Our reporters gave us some really great reasons about whether children should or should not believe in Santa Claus. Finally, our researchers show that 56% people think children should believe in Santa Claus and 44% of people don't.
Remember, kids, gifts aren't good. Also, support your family.
And happy holidays.
Back to the studio.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you late-breaking news of an accident on the playground.
Reporting on the scenes are Brian, Jonathan, and Mariah to explain what happened.
Brian for Channel 93 News, here on the scene of another hoverboard explosion.
According to a Consumer Safety Product Commission, hoverboards are being recalled from stores and banned from airplanes.
Cheap lithium batteries are being used with these motorized scooters. The batteries explode because the charge can't be controlled. They overheat quickly. Segway and Funky Dunk companies have had the most explosions.
Many lithium batteries were manufactured in China, who had promised to improve the technology.
Remember, all skateboards, suitways, hoverboards can be dangerous. Wear safety gear, read the weight guide, and be safe out there. Back to the studio.
Thank you for finding the truth about what companies are calling hoverboards and the dangers behind their lives.
Well, we all could be a bit more respectful because this is the only planet we can live on for now.
Speaking of caring for the planet, Channel 93 News are curious to know why LAUSD, the third largest school district in the USA, does not use solar energy at our schools to help with clean energy. For more on this, let's speak with Melanie, Cesar, and Valerie.
Hi, our names are
Valerie,
Melanie,
Lina,
and Caesar.
Channel 93 News wants to know why 93rd Street doesn't have solar panels. We use a lot of energy and it just doesn't make sense.
After a study was done, LAUSD board member agreed the district was one of the worst to waste energy.
In 2009, the board members approved money to the solar panels to 59 schools.
Our investigative team found out that Proposition 39, which passed in 2012, gave more money to schools in California to improve clean energy.
The first year, the district was saved $776,000, enough to buy 1,100 iPads. Kim Kennedy, an engineer, facilities project manager, predicts that its solar panels will save $117 million.
We still don't know why 93rd was not picked for solar panels.
We will continue our investigation on January. Happy holidays!
And now, controlling robots using algorithms.
Hi, my name is Hyra and I'm here with Dash, a robot from Wonders Workshop, a company. Now, Dash mostly depends on algorithms, which helps it get through this maze that we made. So if I control it over here, so first I get into drive, then I get one of these. So I get forward. Then here's the settings. Just gotta touch over here. Then as you see over here, there's an arrow with bars over here. When you get over here, that's 100. When you get over here, that's 60. So it mostly depends on how many bars there is. And the maximum is right over here. And over here you can adjust it. You can make it go really fast. There's 5 options. If you want to go higher, press the plus button. And also if you want it to go slower, press the minus button. So that helps it go through its way. So in this case, I'm going to make it go 70 centimeters over here. So now I got it there. Now I want it to go really fast. So I put it all the way to really fast. And then we're going to check out how it goes. As you see, it went a bit up because when it stops, it adds friction to the wheels. So when you want to get a dash in somewhere else, there's always algorithms, so you can program the robot. So if you want to go somewhere or do something with the robot, there's many options such as drive, look, light, sound, controls, and variables. So that's pretty much how you control a robot.
Channel 93 wishes all our mighty Jaguars at school, home, and in the community the best holiday ever!
Merry Christmas and Feliz Año Nuevo.
Happy holidays!
Good morning, Mighty Jaguars. We are Oscar and Jocelyn bringing you all the important news from Channel 93. As we continue our new teacher interviews, we have sisters who are not into our school but need to teaching. Let's watch the interview between the Mejia sisters, Jenny and Abigail.
Good day, 93rd Street students and staff. Our names are Abigail and Jenny from Channel 93. We're with one of our kindergarten and first grade teachers, Miss Mejia and Miss Mejia. Are you twin sisters?
That's a good question. We get that a lot, but we are not twin sisters. I'm actually 3 years older.
Did you attend 93rd Street when you were a child?
Yes, we both came here. I graduated in 2001, and I left in 1998.
Where were you born?
We were both born here in Los Angeles. We actually lived right here on 93rd and San Pedro, right around the corner from the school.
How did you get from being a teacher's TA at our school to a teacher?
Well, it all started with a lot of influential teachers I actually had at 93rd. Those were my best memories when I was an elementary student. I realized that there are teachers who, in fact, can make a difference in your life. I worked here as a TA for about 6 years, and then I was enrolled in college, taking courses, and I really enjoyed working with students. I felt like I was having a positive impact in the lives of the students I was working with. It was a lot of hard work. We had to stay up a lot of nights doing a lot of work. We had to study really hard, and we had families, so it was a lot of hard work, but we did not give up.
Congratulations on your successful, and we hope you have a fantastic year. Back to the studio.
What a wonderful experience Miss and Miss Mejia have shared with 93rd Street Elementary School. Oscar? Yes? Do you know what I wish? What? I wish I could be a citier. You know what, Jocelyn? What?
Me too. Let's speak with City Year team to learn about them.
Good day, 93rd Street is Giselle.
Jennifer,
Caesar, Gabriel.
Here from Channel 93 News. Today we're going to be asking questions to our wonderful cityers.
Miss Ellie, where are you from and what made you come here?
I'm from Texas, and I decided to come to California to learn about a new state.
Mr. Jerry, what is Cityyear about?
City Year is about helping mentoring and tutoring young students in inner city schools. We focus on schools that are under-resourced, as well as they have higher needs than the other schools. So we try to be that human capital and fill in that gap for them.
How do we help kids learn about math and language?
So when they're in class, I walk around and I see where they're struggling with and where their difficulties are. And when I pull them out of class, I focus my session plans around their difficulties and make sure I ask questions so that I can check for their understanding.
How do you become a City Year volunteer?
So you become a City Year through applying for an application. It's going to be online, and you have to apply, fill out the application, get 2 recommendation letters, answer 2 short questions, and then you send it all in, and you have an interview, and that's how you become a City Year.
Miss Judy, what do you like about City Year?
What I like most about City Year is working with you students. You guys are a lot of fun. So you make our job really fun, so that's great. And what I also like about City Year is my team. I think I have the best team in all of City Year, so I'm just very blessed to be working with them.
Mr. Ryan, what do you like about your class?
Well, I love my class. My class has a lot of different spirits and personalities. It's a joy to be around them. I love 6th grade because I'm really the middleman between them going from 6th grade to 7th grade. So when they get in the real world, they can kind of understand that the things that I teach them outside of just schoolwork is able to get them ready for the real world.
This is from Mr. Jerry. Why does City Year need to rotate each 1 year?
So the reason why City Year tend to rotate every year is because this is a 10-month opportunity for them to, one, come and first and foremost impact you all and bring the talents that they may have that City Years in the past may not have had, or things that they're new things that they've learned and are able to bring to you all.
This question is actually for everyone. What do you like about your team, and why do you chose this school?
Well, we don't choose the school that we serve. They choose us, but I think all of us are very happy that we were chosen for this school. And I think the main thing that I like about our team is that we have a lot of spirit and we have a lot of energy, and we lighten the mood up basically. And you know, if like a crowd is feeling down, then we come in and we light everything up. So we're full of love. We're full of love and joy. That's what I love about our team.
This is for everybody. What do you do in the end of the year?
That's a good question. At the end of the year is still a little bit undecided for me. I'm considering applying to be a team leader at this school. We have 2 of those here. I'm not exactly sure, but I really want to stay with all of these students and the staff in this school, so I think I'm going to apply and do that.
Thank you all for your time. I wish you never left. Back to the studio.
We are so lucky we have them at 93rd Street. Let's continue with our STEAM series. The 5 parts of STEAM are science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Joshua, our engineer, will teach about potential and kinetic energy while constructing a balloon rocket car. Let's learn about the steps to 93rd Street Engineering Lab.
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Joshua,
Dalesia,
Melanie,
Manuel,
and Jonathan. Today we are going to show you how to build a balloon rocket car.
Some supplies that you need to make a balloon rocket car are 4 bottle tops, a pen, scissors, 2 balloons, 6 bending straws, 4 wooden sticks, sticky tape,
normal tape, and some cardboard. First, we need to draw our shape and then we cut it out to do the designs. The first thing we need to use is scissors to cut out the whole entire shape.
At the base of the car, you need to draw lines that are 3/4 inches apart. You'll need it for the project later.
To stick it on a piece of rectangular cardboard.
Push the sharp end of the wooden skewer on the center of each top. Take one straw and cut it into 2 pieces.
Make sure you measure before cutting. Using masking tape, stick down the straws on the base. Put each straw around 3/4 or 1 1/4 inches in from each end and try to make sure you stick the straws at 90 degrees to the edge. Push the point of one axle through one wheel from the outside, then push it right through the straw. After that, push the axle through the second wheel from the inside.
Open the flaps and then tape it to the base.
Tape the balloon to the long end of the bendy straw.
Spectacular. Maybe Joshua can engineer us a food-powered car.
That makes me think of In-N-Out.
Breaking news. Justin, an engineer challenge against Joshua and a science team and the engineers in Mr. Jimenez's class.
Let's go to Mr. Jimenez's lab to investigate.
Hello, my name is Melanie.
My name is Kendra. We're 4th graders from room 25.
The scientists and engineers from room 25 are learning about energy.
Energy is the ability to do work. We also learned about 2 types of energy. The first energy is potential energy, which is stored.
The second type of energy is called kinetic energy. This is energy in motion. We created model cars to learn about energy.
What we used to create the cars were 2 lids, a cup, a square piece of cardboard, a toothpick, a rubber band, straw, and 2 beads.
These are our model cars.
As I move the straw in a circular energy, the rubber band inside is turning into energy. I am demonstrating potential energy right now.
Once I let go of the straw, we can see an example of kinetic energy.
January 20th, we witnessed the change of our president and vice president.
We are so fortunate we have Miss Hamilton and her scholarly 4th graders to teach us about inauguration.
Hello, my name is Tajane.
Hello, my name is Hayden.
Hi, my name is Israeli. Hi, my name is Hayden.
Who attended the presidential inauguration? The Supreme Court, the Senate, the many families, the living past presidents, the president-elect and his wife, and the public.
Ireli, when do we have the inauguration ceremony?
We have an inauguration ceremony every 4 years on January 20th, even if the president is elected twice.
Where do we have an inauguration ceremony?
We have it in Washington, D.C. on the West Portico.
What do West Portico mean?
It means Italian for porch.
What happens if it's a very cold day?
The president who is going to be elected is going to have it inside the U.S. Capitol.
What usually happens in the presidential inauguration ceremony? The First Lady and President gets to have dinner in the U.S. Capitol building in the round dome part. And whoever wants to visit, like family, they get to visit the First Lady and President. And whoever visits have to sit on the end of the table, and the President and First Lady have to sit on the other side of the table. Now,
and you'll see something similar to this. Poem, prayers, songs, actual oath of office at exactly 12 noon, presidential speech from Mr. Trump, and another song. They're gonna have lunch with the Senate and other important government people. Then later on in the evening, they're gonna have a ball when the men dress up in tuxedos and the ladies dress up in nice ball gowns. They'll be wearing big ball gowns with colors purple, pink, and other white colors. Jewels, and for the men, they'll wear tuxedos and pattern and leather shoes. And the color will be black. Thank you for listening to the information about presidential inaugurations. And now, back to you at the news desk.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton and fourth graders, for this impressive information about the parts of the presidential inauguration and the parts of inauguration process. I think this is a perfect time to talk about communication. How can we communicate better? Here to teach us about communication is Diana, Brian, Abdiel, and Marjorie.
Good afternoon. We are Marjorie,
Brian,
Elio, and Diana reporting about our house series, The Sea of Learning. The Sea of Learning is part of the whole of the name, main body, and heart.
you know your Sea of Learning. What it stands for? Social, or how we communicate with others. Emotional, or how we deal with our feelings. Academic, or how we critically think.
You may have seen your Sea of Learning in your classroom. For example, you may do critical communication through restorative justice.
Or you may be working on growth, mindset, goals.
You may be working on self-efficacy to deciding how to improve. You might be learning how to correctly think. Today, let's talk more about while talking. You mean communication.
Listening and speaking. It seems simple, but it is very hard, complicated. Communication can stop fights and end wars.
We have some successful advice on how to communicate. Have wise ears and active mouths. Wise ear means we don't listen to gossips. We listen for facts. We listen with empathy.
Accurate mouth means we say the truth with using evidence. We speak with empathy and respect when we usually are angry.
In our next segment, we will show you examples from our school on how to communicate.
What? I better stop gossiping. I need some examples. I got the perfect person for the job. Young from third grade.
Hello, Money Joggers. Our names are Esmeralda,
Adan,
and Natalie. Today we are starting our interview with kinder through third grade outstanding students.
These students have improved so much, we want to know the secret to success.
Welcome to our studio. What is your name?
My name is Kayan.
Which grade are you?
Third grade,
And who is your teacher?
Miss Former,
Why are you outstanding student?
because I'm responsible and respectful.
When something is hard to do, what do you do?
I raise my hand, ask the city or ask my partner.
Simon Stray gave up when something is hard. What advice can you give them to help them get back to work?
I will help them, ask the teacher, or tell them to raise a hand for the city year.
You are an amazing student. Thank you for all your great words of advice. Back to the studio.
Kayan, I'm going to follow your examples. Thank you for listening to Channel 93 News Episode 103. Jonathan has an important closing message for you.
We are all ready to learn. When we are babies, we only know how to suck our thumbs and cry. If you want to get smart, you have to practice to mastery. Then you will be smart at anything. morning, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Diana and Natalie. Here today, Oscar, Joshua, and Jocelyn are going to interview Mr. Downey, our superintendent of local District South.
Good day, Mr. Downey. We are Joshua,
Jocelyn, and Oscar.
We are so honored you are here to speak with Channel 93 today.
Well, I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
What do you do in LASD District South?
Well, I'm known as a local district superintendent. So I'm responsible for 148 schools, and they span from South Los Angeles and Watts all the way to San Pedro.
How hard is your job? Can you give us an example?
Well, sometimes you have to make tough decisions. So I'm responsible for the safety of our students and for instruction of our students. It's an opportunity. So one example is this past Friday, we had a chance to start a program where middle school students are now taking college courses. So that was a real highlight because, again, this is something that you will be able to experience before you graduate from the Los Angeles Unified School District. So we want all of our students not only to graduate, but we want to do our best to provide you with some opportunities for the future. So in terms of what's a day like, sometimes I have activities that I get to support that just make a huge difference.
We research all about you, and we know that you want all students to be safe. What are you doing to meet your goals?
Well, we've really improved, again, the climate of our schools, because it's so important that when you and your family come to school that you feel welcome. So every month I work with our principals and with our staffs about how can we make our schools more welcoming. How can we make sure if there is a problem, you know who to go to. If there's bullying, we're doing something about it immediately. And then instead of just suspending students as we have in the past, we're working to implement restorative justice and have opportunities for students to discuss their issues and problem solve.
Wow, that's really tough.
In 4th grade, we have to practice to master in order to succeed. We read that you want better test scores. What advice can you give?
Well, the important thing is, and this is for all of us, is just making sure that every day when you're in school, you have engaging instruction. So what I mean by that is instead of, having students just sit in a room and the teacher is the only one who's talking, we want to make sure that you guys have opportunities to talk to each other, that you have hands-on opportunities, that you're able to do project-based learning, and that, again, you're interested in what you're learning. I'm a firm believer, and there's research to show that if we have this engaging instruction, and if it looks different for you than it does for you because of your different needs, you will learn and you'll do great on the test. The tests are just a measure of how well we're doing on a day-to-day basis with our instruction.
What message do you have for our Mighty Jaguars?
Well, I'm proud of your Mighty Jaguars because this is very innovative. And for you to be a 4th grade class and to broadcast and to do these interviews, you should all be very proud. This is something that's going to live on for years. You'll be able to look back on your work. But I'm going to use you as an example, and I hope to share the work that you're doing with other schools. Now I expect every school to be able to broadcast their news by 4th grade. So thank you for what you're doing. I would say to the Jaguars, keep it up. You have a beautiful school. It's getting better. I want to thank Principal Sanchez and the entire team here for their hard work every day on behalf of you students.
Thank you for coming here, Mr. Downey. We hope you have a spectacular day.
Thank you. And could I just say one more thing?
Yes.
So, I went to LA Unified Schools. So to see you guys, again, doing something like this is very meaningful for me, because by doing these interviews, by understanding the internet, by understanding a script, by some of the language and the questions that you go through to prepare for today, you're going to be very successful. And it's my job and everybody's job to make sure that when you go to the next level, again, you can take college courses as early as middle school and then high school, and you're going to be very successful. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Danny, for your important words. I'm glad to hear that you want every student to learn the best way they can. We all need to study so we can select the best career possible.
As we continue our new teacher interview, we are now getting to know Ms. Nguyen, a 5th grade teacher.
Good morning, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Diana and Esmeralda. We are continuing our interview with the new teachers. Here today is Ms. Nguyen, a 5th grade teacher.
Good morning, Ms. Nguyen. How much have your 5th graders improved this year?
My 5th graders have improved a lot since the very first day of school, and I am very proud of them.
What do you do with your family?
Usually with my family, we do a lot of get-togethers, and recently we had a celebration. It's called Tet, so it's like Chinese New Year, and we come together, we eat, and we give each other red envelopes, and we do a little bit of gambling, but just for fun.
What are in those red envelopes, Ms. Nguyen?
Usually there's money in those red envelopes.
We have. I want money. What have you learned as a new teacher to 93rd?
As a new teacher, I've learned that being flexible is the best thing, because a lot of things could come up and sometimes our plans don't go the way that they should.
Thank you, Ms. Nguyen. Have an energizing day.
Thank you.
Back to the studio.
Here for STEAM series is Samantha and Ashley to discuss art and science.
Channel 93 News team have a night out for nature and architecture.
Hello, our names are Ashley
and Samantha,
reporting on STEAM. Today we will be discovering art and STEAM.
Our prediction as art scientists was if art was already out there and we just have to train our eyes to see it.
So we took a photo walk to find art. Let's look at what we discovered as art scientists.
You be the judge. Did we just prove our hypothesis? Back to the studio.
You can't use that pencil.
Well, why not?
Because I said so.
Well, no,
but that's a permanent marking.
But I need it for my work. But I need it for my work.
No. Pencil.
Here we will continue our health series on communication. One way to communicate successfully is the work on restoring the justice circle. Here to explain that to us is Marjorie and Oscar.
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Oscar
and Marjorie.
What is restorative justice? It is a way to solve a problem peacefully.
The harm and the counselors work together so they can be nice to each other again.
So remember to communicate through restorative justice.
Back to the studio.
I can't wait to an example for restorative justice in our next video. Here to talk about Rosa Parks is Giselle, Jacqueline, and Walford from Ms. Nguyen's class, a 5th grade class.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline.
Giselle.
Walford. For our Black History Month reports, we were researching about Rosa Parks. She was born on February 4, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama, where she lived with her mother, father, and her brother. She was born in times where African Americans and whites were segregated.
On December the 1st, 1955, she was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to a white man. Her arrest triggered the MIA, which is the Montgomery Improvement Association.
The boycott persuaded famous people to stand by her side, like Dr. Martin Luther King. This is one of the reasons she won the Martin Luther King Award. Later on, she was introduced to the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame. She made history by standing for her beliefs until her death. She died at age 92 in 2005.
I hope you enjoyed our 3 reporters talking about Rosa Parks.
Thank you, the reporters, for teaching us that Rosa Parks was a civil rights activist
many times in her life.
Here is our spotlight student question for Ms. Rodriguez.
Good morning, Mighty Jaguars. I'm Giselle,
Jenny, and Alessia,
reporting from Channel 93 News.
We have a special spotlight student with us today.
Christian, what room are you in?
15.
What good things you do in class?
Play.
Play what?
Lots.
What do you like about kindergarten?
Play with toys.
What else? Do you learn anything?
Yeah.
What do you learn?
ABC.
What made you a superstar?
Blocks.
What do you build with the blocks?
Castles.
Castles?
Yeah.
Thank you for being a superstar with us today.
Back to the studio. Christian, you keep using those building blocks to succeed. Thank you for listening to our amazing reporters. Channel 93!
Good morning, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Jenny,
Samantha,
and Esmeralda, reporting to you from Channel 93. Interviewing Mr. Pastor are Lina, Giselle, and Abdiel.
Good day, my Jaguars. Our names are
Giselle, Lina,
and Abdiel.
today we're going to interview Mr. Pastor. Mr. Pastor, what were your personal goals for your class this year?
For my students, I really want them to be independent learners, and I want them to not necessarily wait for me to give them the answers, but I want them to go out and get them themselves. I want them to be hungry for education.
Mr. Pastor, what has been your favorite STEAM lesson this year?
When I was in college, I was a big history nerd, and I still consider myself a big history nerd. So I know a lot of students don't like that subject, so that's something that I really love teaching to my kids and seeing them interested in that subject.
Mr. Pastor, we've learned that you have had to attend college classes, have a baby, and be a new teacher. How have you managed to be successful with all the things that you do?
It's not easy, but I come in extra early just to make sure everything's set up, and you have to categorize everything. Like, I have time for work, I have time for school, and I have time for my family. I'm not gonna really say which chunks are bigger, but I dedicate time for each one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pastor.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Back to the studio.
Thank you, Mr. Pastor, for giving us facts and information about you.
You know what, ladies? I'm so hungry. I have an idea. Let's go to our STEAM segment because they have something delicious to eat.
Good morning, everyone. We are Diana,
Jennifer, and Abigail.
Today we will be comparing oobleck and yogurt as our STEAM series.
I know you might be hungry for a parfait, but first we'll be looking at oobleck. These are the materials we will need to make the oobleck: newspaper, measuring cups, 1 cup of dry cornstarch, 1 large bowl or pan, and half a cup of water.
What do you notice about the oobleck? Let's hear from Jennifer.
The universe is made of gas, liquid, and solid. Isaac Newton helped us to figure out the shape and movement of liquid. We call this Newtonian fluid.
Oobleck is not liquid or solid. It is a non-Newtonian fluid. This substance moves slower and changes shape.
Scientists study ooblecks to understand how the universe is made and how to engineer new products.
Now let's look at our yogurt parfait. Yogurt, whatever you want here. Yogurt, whatever you want here, and yogurt. I prefer vanilla. Notice that the oobleck and the yogurt are non-Newtonian fluids.
Another example is ketchup.
Ketchup.
What? It's a non-Newtonian fluid. You can try this at home. Imagine what astronauts can do with oobleck in space. Last step is you eat the yummy parfait. Also make it with your family.
See you later,
Alligator.
I love non-Newtonian substance. Ladies, I'm so glad that I could trust you to be the best journalist ever.
Let's go to our Sea of Learning and learn more about being trustworthy.
Good morning, Channel 93. Our names are Melanie,
Alexander,
Elio. Welcome to our house series of Sea of Learning. That means social, emotional, and academic learning.
today we're going to be discussing the character skill of being trustworthy.
Trustworthy means to be honest, to be reliable, have the courage, and be a good friend. Let's say your best friend has $10 at their backpack.
You'd really need the money to buy new socks.
You must be honest and not steal. Money is important to people who own it.
If you steal the money, you won't be someone that can be trusted. Being reliable means we can count on you.
You would think it to yourself you really need new socks, but you have to have the courage to say no to yourself. Being trustworthy means you can stay friends.
So remember, trustworthy is to be honest, be reliable, and have the courage to stay good friends.
Back to the studio. Thank you for the honest information.
Today we are lucky to have a visiting reporter from Miss Grady class, Lamaya.
Hi, my name is Lamaya from Miss Grady's class. Today I'm going to be talking about bullying. It will be on an article that my class read. Let me share with you. Basketball superstar Damian Lillard dishes out advice on how you can help stop bullying. Mr. Lillard says in schools a lot of negative things go on. He says when he was in school they called them put-downs. Mr. Leonard says he understands what this can do to kids' self-esteem and how they feel about themselves. He thinks it's important for kids to understand the value of respect and how important their actions toward each other are. He would encourage them to be the person to speak up when they get the opportunity. He says don't be a part of it and don't be afraid to do the thing that's not popular. Even if it's your friend doing the bullying, don't be afraid to confront them on it. And that's my story for today. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Lamaya, for teaching us about preventing bullying.
Let's meet our next spotlight student, Trinity from Mr. Perry's class.
Good day, Maddie Jaguars. Our names are Ryan,
Adan, Caesar,
Marjorie,
and Manuel.
Today we are interviewing 5th grade spotlight student, and her name is Trinity Thurman.
You don't know this, but we spoke to your mom, Miss Thurman, about how wonderful you are. Your mom told us that you have a lot of fun the stuff that you do at home. Can you tell us more?
So when I go home, I usually go to my dad's room since we have a golf setup so I can practice my golf, and he reads me a book about golf, so how I do my form and stuff like that.
Your mom told us that you love to read about animals. Why are you so interested on that?
Well, it first started when I watched my first Nat Geo Wild documentary about wolves and how they live in Yellowstone Park. Then I learned how they would how their predators would chase them and stuff like that. And I was really intrigued by that, so I started writing books about them, and yeah.
Thank you. Why is your name so important to you?
Well, my dad gave me my name, and my mom was going to name me Mahogany after a very beautiful dark wood. But my dad wanted me to be spiritually and physically protected, so he named me Trinity after a name in the Bible.
Your mom told us that you do your homework at the back of the car. While driving on the freeway. Why do you do that?
Well, I want to hurry up and get my homework done, so when I get to the house, I have time to study and do all other activities that I like to do.
Thank you.
What advice do you have for our Mighty Jaguars?
I say, well, try your hardest, especially on tests, because the test you really have to study for them if you want a good grade. And this school is very helpful because all my teachers that I've had, they always gave me lots of information. And so I say just do your best in school because education helps you get jobs and stuff, so you don't have to be homeless in the projects and in the streets.
Back to the studio.
Thank you for listening to our episode 105. Let's go to Jocelyn for our closing message.
Good afternoon, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Jocelyn,
Anna, Joshua, and Ashley.
Today we're going to be giving a lesson about eager. Eager means eager to learn and eager for success.
Eager can also mean you want to learn more and more.
Eager could mean that you could be excited or excited to try something. I'm done.
I want to be a star student to learn how to be eager.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Eager means you could be excited to do something or try it. I'm done.
I want to be...
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are
Alexander
and Alicia.
Here are Giselle, Diana, and Samantha to talk about renewable energy.
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Giselle,
Diana,
and Samantha.
why do you want to destroy the planet?
Do you want to be part of the problem?
I guess not.
I think we all want to be part of the solution.
I think so.
Today we're going to explain how we could save the planet. We will inform you about renewable energy.
What do you think that renewable energy is?
Renewable energy is gravity, hydropower or H2O, tidal energy, wind energy, and last but not least, our favorite energy of all, biomass. Why is biomass your favorite? Could you explain, Samantha? Biomass is our favorite because our community can use it and also other people can use it too.
You guys should save the planet because this is the only planet we could live on for now.
Instead of burning up coal, we could use tidal energy to protect the planet from smog and pollution.
To save the planet, don't do pollution in our air.
If you guys want to save the universe, you can't pollute. Use renewable energy to not let animals become extinct. Don't throw trash in the ocean. Remember, peace. Use renewable energy in our Earth. Back to
the studio.
Thank you for that amazing report about renewable energy. Using clean energy will lower the CO2 in our atmosphere. We all need to know this. Yes, let's help the planet. We do not want to destroy the world.
Here are Manny, Brian, and Esmeralda to talk about non-renewable energy.
We have bad news. The planet is being destroyed.
We're destroying the planet because we're using non-renewable energy.
So what is non-renewable energy? There are 4 sources of non-renewable energy, and those are nuclear, coal, natural gas, and oil.
Nuclear energy waste is a pollution that causes cancer to citizens. It comes from uranium that is mined.
This is horrifying for our environment because it creates toxic chemicals in our atmosphere that can make us perish.
When you burn coal, oil, and gas, or a fossil fuel, it creates pollution like too much carbon dioxide. CO2 is absorbed into the atmosphere. All this causes greenhouse gas global warming and climate change, and burning holes in the atmosphere cause skin cancer.
We use oil for cars, ships, spacecrafts, and trains. People do not want to give up using oil because it would be expensive to change all the buildings to clean energy.
Fossil fuels companies Saudi Aramco, Gazprom, and ExxonMobil makes billions of dollars off the planet. We need to vote for clean energy before it's too late. We still have a chance to save Earth before we become the death planet. Back to Alexander.
Thank you for talking about non-renewable energy. Now we know that burning fossil and using nuclear energy are creating greenhouse gases, climate change, and global warming.
Here are Jonathan, Elia, and Oscar to talk about solutions for clean energy on our planet.
Good day, Mighty Jaguars. Our names are Oscar,
Elio,
and Jonathan. Hey, would you like to save the planet?
Save the planet? What are you talking about?
Today we will explain how we can use renewable energy solutions to save our planet. From our last two segments, you learned about sustainable and destructive energy.
One solution takes salt water and converts into fresh drinking water. They are building desalination plants to help get clean water get to crowded cities.
What if there is a catastrophic earthquake? Well, you can use an electromagnet flashlight. Let me demonstrate how it works. We're trying to turn on this light. It does not have batteries. It has a blue wire you can see right there. And we have to shake it 300 to 300, and the light bulb is gonna turn on.
100.
There are many ways to save the planet with solar, tidal, and biomass energy. You may have heard of Elon Musk, who wants to go to Mars. He has clean energy businesses that help the Earth, such as Tesla Motors, Solar City, SpaceX. We all need to spend money on companies that use clean energy. We need to vote for politicians that help with green energy.
You choose life or destruction. Be part of the solution, not the problem. Back to the studio.
I would like to know more about companies that use sustainable energy. Put your money where our money will do good.
Here is Diana for our closing poem.
If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together,
there is something you must always remember. You are
brave than you believe, strong than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're not apart, I'll always be with you in your heart.
Have a marvelous day. See you later, alligator.
Channel 93!
The Los Angeles Legacy Project is proud to welcome 93rd Street School as a partner in changing lives.
My name is Ellen Tejas, and I teach at 93rd Street School. We're very fortunate to be part of the Legacy Project, and the goals of this project is to collaborate together to have the students realize future goals and also work on their studies, master their skills. The students are very engaged in this project, and they're also taking it a step further. I'm seeing students go home and study, and they're reporting to me that they're studying. They have been realizing, oh, I'm behind on some of my skills in class, so they've been taking additional homework home and just studying and showing me. So many students, like my students in urban classrooms, do not know how to realize their future. And if we can take projects like the Legacy Project and start showing them the practical purpose of learning, of mastering skills, of getting to college, then they will start setting goals for themselves.
This year we have many new teachers at 93rd Elementary School.
Reporters Alessia and Jocelyn interview Ms. Fleming, a second grade teacher.
Good day, 93rd Street students and staffs. Our names are Jocelyn and Alessia, reporters from Channel 93. Today we're going to be meeting our second grade teacher, Ms. Fleming.